Do you think there's a weather event that happened during your tenure that also changed history, or that it's certainly impacted?
I think there's been a couple, actually. I think that Andrew was the first one, all right? Here is now a Category 5 hurricane that acted like a 30-mile wide tornado in Homestead, Florida. Flattened everything. And what changed there is building codes for Florida and now for the East Coast and the Gulf. That was huge for that. The tornado outbreak in 2011 in Alabama. I think the Storm Prediction Center realized that when we see something that clear cut, that many days out, that's that well forecast, we need to use different wording, different ways of communicating that message to the public. Instead of there's a chance of tornadoes on Tuesday, there's a chance of tornadoes on Wednesday, there's a chance of tornadoes on Thursday, there's a chance of deadly tornadoes, long track tornadoes that have the potential to level homes. You see the difference in the message? All right. So that kind of stuff came out of 2011. Katrina, oh wow, the water can get big if it's not a Cat 5 hurricane. Yes, size does matter. Size in a storm matters, and we learned that size plays a huge role in how much storm surge you're going to have, especially in an area where the water can't get out, like the Gulf of Mexico. Once you start piling it, it's not going to get back out, it's going to go up. And that's what happened with Katrina. And that's why we had historic storm surge. We also realized in Katrina how much work we needed to do in terms of reacting to a disaster as a country. I mean, that was just simply awful at all levels of government. Awful. There's no other way to say it. That was embarrassing to our country. We know we can do better, and we have done better. A great example is Gustav. It was a storm that happened a couple years after Katrina. The way they evacuated New Orleans and that they got both lanes open, they did a contraflow and got people out of New Orleans. Awesome. I think, in all honesty, the new levee and pump system that they have in New Orleans is another modern miracle. The second most amount of concrete that we've ever used in this country is right there in New Orleans,
okay,
next to the Hoover Dam project. And the way that system works, and it's not a panacea. It's not going to protect you from everything. But, a Category 1, possibly a Category 2 storm, I really feel New Orleans is going to do okay. I really do. Once we get into the 3s and 4s where the water just gets too high, if a Katrina came along again and took the same track as Isaac did last year, which was just west of New Orleans, I think we'd be in a lot of trouble. So again, it's not a panacea, but for the storms that come and clip and the smaller ones and the weaker ones, it gives you a chance. It gives you a chance.